Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Freehold. Stay out of trouble, Orc.
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps I can... Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home. The Jarl has put out a bounty to slay a giant. Here, take a look at... Ah, splendid. Our fine city has a proud history, and I'm happy to share what I know. The history of Whiterun begins with your Vasker, the Hall of the Companions. For a long time, it was the only building on the mountain. As time passed, a thriving community sprang up around your Vasker, as was common with mead halls. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all the hold. That is an old tale, but well known to those of us who serve in the keep. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fearsome dragon named Numenex. The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in a mighty duel atop Mount Anthor, with Olaf the victor. Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison for Numenex. And so, from that time until this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach. Well, there are 3 of them, arranged in 3 tiers. The plain, most of the Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here, the Jarl can see all that goes on within his city.
May the gods watch. No doubt, he thought, if it's the... No doubt, Ulfric's the day. But that day, with good... Even now, we must... But, until brave heroes step forward to... Monsters.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard.
And the 8 became 9. You walked among us strange hallows, not as gods, but as men.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside.
The longer we... It is all in this note. Take a look. May your road lead you to warm sands. Goods and wares of all kinds, and all can be yours.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You'd best hurry it up. Giddy up there.
No, I don't have anything for bad dreams, so don't. I'm the oldest woman in Don's. The people here look to Brina Mer. New in town? Everyone else. They say a priest of Mara is visiting the Wind Plains. Will take care of everything. We'll see about that. Take care now.
mine's safe, Scholar. Who do you think we're threatening with our old war wounds? We're not soldiers.
They say that vampires attacked the whole of the Vigilant. Burned it to the ground. Never heard of vampires doing anything like that before.
No. Take a look. My husband. It's quite... I found the ring's resting place after he died. But I'm far too old to go exploring some cave now. Well, aren't you sweet? I'd be happy to give you some alchemy training in exchange for the ring if you bring it to me. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? If you find that ring. Frost took my husband years ago. He was a good man.
Your ancestors wouldn't want... I beg you. Several of his ancestors belonged to the Mythic Dawn, the cult that almost destroyed Tamriel. His family's involvement was only found out well after the crisis had died down, but it still ruined their reputation. They were outcasts. And now Silas is back, and this museum to the Mythic Dawn is his way of trying to rebuild his family's pride. It's misguided. Not a student. The only thing you need to know is that they almost destroyed the world, and they were stopped a long time ago.
And here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open. Never mind that. Medina is a good woman, but I have my own reasons for opening this museum. I have a collection of artifacts from the group that toppled an empire. Their importance to history cannot be forgotten. Why don't you come in? You can browse the displays and we can talk. I have a job you look perfect for. Let's talk inside. Feel free to look around. Come talk to me when you're ready to discuss that job I mentioned. The tapestry. Did you have any questions about the museum? And here you are. I hope you found the museum to your liking. It's no secret that my family were once members of the myth. We hid from our past for years, but I realized that the Mythic Dawn's importance, our importance, to history cannot be denied. I'll see everyone in Tamriel remember that for a moment, we held the fate of the world in our hands, for they were worshippers of Mehrunes Dagon. The Mythic Dawn killed Uriel Septim VII and his heirs, triggering the events that led to the Oblivion Crisis when the Daedra invaded Tamriel. All that remains of the infamous cult, I've gathered in my museum. A little history first. After the Oblivion Crisis, a number of groups cropped up dedicated to wiping out the remnants of the Mythic Dawn. One of these groups found Mehrunes' razor, the artifact of Dagon. They split it into 3 fragments and pledged to keep them apart forever. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces are still being kept by the descendants of that group, and they're right here, in Skyrim. At least 2 of the owners, Gunzel and Draskua, are dangerous marauders. And the 3rd owner, Jorgen, I only know he lives in Morthal. Here are my notes about them. I'll gladly pay you for getting the pieces any way you can. No questions asked. The razor is Mehrunes Dagon's personal artifact. It has always heralded bloody change and carnage. It's held many names. Dagger of the Final Wounds, Bane of the Righteous, the Kingslayer. The Mythic Dawn worshipped Dagon as a god. Having his razor would be invaluable to my collection. Ah, an excellent question. Mehrunes Dagon is the Daedric Lord of change, destruction, and ambition. Dagon's Mythic Dawn cult killed the Septim Dynasty and opened the Oblivion Gates into Tamriel. They called it the Oblivion Crisis. Ah, yes.